announcement of the FTA on the 6th of May 2025. Now the full details of the FTA which are still awaited, but this visit is also set to further strengthen bilateral ties. In addition, the Prime Minister may also visit Maldives later this month. Sources suggest that this visit could also align with Maldives celebrating its Independence Day on the 26th of July. So we have UK visit, Rishabh. We have an impending Maldives visit as well. But when we speak of the FTA being finalized between India and the UK, what is the significance now being attached to the Prime Minister's upcoming visit?
Well, this is a very, very significant visit, Amita, that we are talking about, the United Kingdom visit for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember, this is the first visit for Prime Minister to United Kingdom after Keir Starmer's Labour Party came back to power after almost 2 decades in United Kingdom. Apart from that, this FTA that we are talking about was finalized on 6th of May this year. It was negotiated over 3 years. So this FTA negotiation has seen at least 4 Prime Ministers for that matter, of United Kingdom, ending with Keir Starmer, before him Rishi Sunak, starting with Boris Johnson. The FTA began in the times of Boris Johnson and now has been finalized in the times of Keir Starmer. The 3 Conservative Prime Ministers and 1 Labour Prime Minister has now been involved in this FTA. There were about 26 paras, out of which 24 were agreed upon, 2 had issues. Now that has been ironed out, is what we are given to understand. The FTA has been concluded and now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to visit, and very likely on July 24th in United Kingdom, the FTA will be finally officially signed in presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Keir Starmer. 3 years of negotiation. Remember the day 2022 when Rishi Sunak took over the premiership of United Kingdom. That was an unofficial deadline for this FTA. Could not happen then. Could not happen in 2023. Could not happen in 2024. Finally, in 2025 May, it was concluded, and now in the month of July, it will be, finally signed. What comes under FTA? About 99% of Indian goods in United Kingdom will be tariff-free. Yes. About 85% of UK goods in India would be tariff-free. Alcohol, for that matter, whiskey and gins, the tariff duty, which is about 150% right now, will be brought down to 75%, and over the course of 10 years, it will be brought down to 40%. This FTA will also include, and I'm just going by numbers, it will also include mobility factor, about 1800 to 2000 annual short-term visas for Indian chefs, musicians, yoga instructors, IT and healthcare professionals by United Kingdom. And Indian workers in UK exempted from national insurance for up to 3 years. Similarly, UK professionals in India won't pay Indian social security amount. So these are the parts of FTA. There are there is no non-tariff cooperation, there's environmental and climate focus in this FTA, there is agriculture carve-outs, and when we are saying agriculture carve-outs,
so on both sides, Srinjoy, Rishabh, I beg your pardon, can we say, as far as trade deals that have been taking place, of course, the negotiations are still on with the United States, but this has been recently concluded free trade agreement between India and United Kingdom. Would it also facilitate smooth mobility of skilled professionals, as you were also pointing out, across sectors, that has reaffirmed India's commitment when it comes to transitioning the FDA from a negotiated text into a transformative economic partnership between India and the UK? Rishabh?
So if we talk about this very FTA between India and UK, it will not only influence India-US bilateral trade agreement that we are eyeing toward the autumn, but also it will have a major impact on India-European Union FTA that is expected to be concluded by end of this year and signed in early January, is what we are given to understand. Sources within the European Union suggest that they are looking, the whole Commission is looking at the conclusion and formal signing of FTA between India and EU by end of January next year. So this very FTA will create a basis for those FTAs FTAs or BTAs to be formalized. Apart from that, if we talk about UK, why is it important? See, we have seen India's push in Croatia or Cyprus, or for that matter, Italy and France. UK, which has walked out of European Union, needs a special attention, and India very well understand that. UK also being a permanent member of UNSC needs special attention from India, and that's the reason that we are seeing that a special FTA. And it took time.
But a special FTA, but a special red carpet welcome also expected to the Maldives. I mean, how does it also speak of India's foreign policy, but the opposition time and again has been attacking in regards to Maldives in particular when we speak? Are we looking at, as far as India's ongoing efforts when it comes to deepening diplomatic and strategic partnership across the globe? Let's in the meantime get you another breaking update. What we are learning now is coming directly from President Donald Trump. Time and again, he has been criticizing BRICS nation as Donald Trump seems wary, saying that any country who is aligned with BRICS anti-American policies will face extra 10% tariff. Now, this has been the statement and a warning rather that is now coming from the President of the United States, who has issued a warning to the BRICS member countries stating that any nation aligned